Hello everyone, welcome once again to Elite Creations. Today's video is about the backing finishing of our flowers. And when I say the backing finishing of our flowers, it's literally the back that we use to paste all our petals on. A lot of people just use a plain paper, and to me personally, I don't like doing that. I like to use a piece of cardboard and then add the paper on it because it makes, to me, the flowers more stable. And this is what I mean, the back part of the flower. Okay, in this video I will show you you could use two things in to hang the flowers, which is either a piece of wire or a paper clip. If you don't have the wire, you can also just leave it without either or of the wire or the paper clip, and then you could just paste it or tape it on the wall however you like. Okay, so usually people have, or not people, but usually you use the most popular, I would say, backings that people use is either an octagon shape or circle. These are the most two popular. You can cut them up in whatever size you like. It depends on the size of flower that you're making. Also, when I cut my pieces of cardboard, which you can use any piece of cardboard from boxes or anything else that you think it's sturdy. You could cut off a lid from one of the boxes, whichever size you need, that one, this one, and then you would just outline any of the size circle or octagon shape or whatever shape you want to use to make your flower. Okay, usually I make the backings of my flowers with the color paper that I'm using for my flowers. If you want to make them in any different colors, that's up to you. You may do that. There's no problem with that. Today, since this was my most recent creation, I am going to go ahead and use the purple paper. Okay, so I do have my own templates. Okay, if you would like to purchase a template from me, you may do so. Just send me a message and I'll be more than glad to help you with that. Like I said, depending on the size of flower you're making, that's the template that you use. Okay, I will go ahead now and show you what I do with how I start off my my covering for my templates. Let's start with the octagon shape. Okay, I always, like I told you, I cut up a piece of the same paper I'm using, okay, to cover the back of my cardboard. I also cut up 2 strips from the same paper. Why? Because I like to cover the edges of my cardboard as well. Okay, I don't like to leave it without anything because I like it for it to look nice in the sides, in the back. It looks more professional. Okay, so what I do is I use my glue gun or any gun. I'm sorry, not any gun. I take the, you could use any type of glue that you would like to use. I'm so sorry about that. I like to use my glue gun for 99% of my projects because I do like, me personally, how everything gets glued on better with this glue, to me. Okay, so let me go ahead and start off by putting the strip on the edge of my cardboard. Okay, I like to do a little at a time just because the glue does dry quick. So what I do is I put it on the edge and I try to press down a little on it just because you know, the glue tends to stay thick, and when you put the back cover, it'll pop out. Okay, if it does pop out a little bit, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just the way the glue is, but just try your best to just press down, so then that way that won't happen to you. Okay. Okay. If we see any overlapping, like it's going on here, if you could see it, it's fine. You could just go ahead and we're gonna cut it off at, I'm sorry, at the end once we're done gluing the strip on the edge. This is why I cut out 2 strips, just because sometimes that could happen. There's some, the piece won't be enough for the whole thing. Okay. Just hold down your finger and just press down on the edge, and then we'll go ahead and snip off whatever is left from our strip. Okay. Right, just a little bit of glue here. It's overlapping. We'll take that off. Okay. And now we'll cut off whatever is overlapping. See? Tends to happen, but that's fine. You could just put your scissors sideways and right over the top of the cardboard. Okay, like this. Just lay it on the cardboard, you could say, and just cut around it. Finish. If there's any glue also that you feel is overlapping too much and you won't be able to glue your petal on, you go ahead and do it. Oh, some of it came up here. Let me just put a little glue here. Alright, notice I felt another little piece that popped up while I was cutting. Okay, no, I don't see any. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and do the same steps with our circle. Okay, that way, I know I have a little mark here somewhere. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing with the circle, so we could go ahead and get that out of the way. Push it in. Okay. Alright, so let's get some glue on the edge of our circle as well. And like I say, these back cardboards, you can always cut up whatever size you like depending on the flower that you're making. Okay? Or any other project that you're making. I just wanted some samples to show you, so I just went ahead and I cut up these small cardboards for you. Okay. So remember, try to press it down as much as you can. Okay. Now we'll snip off this little piece that's hanging. Just press down on it. And now we'll go around and see if there's any overlapping, which there is. See, What I mean overlapping is the paper is higher than the cardboard. So we'll go ahead and just gonna grab the glue gun. Go ahead and cut this strip off, little piece that's hanging. And like I said, you just basically lay the scissor on top of the cardboard and you just cut sideways. Okay. And remember to check both sides, because sometimes the other side is also overlapping as well. Okay. I'll go ahead and do that. See, it's a little bit overlapping here. Okay, and a little bit over here. Okay. Alright, so now that we're done with that, I'm going to show you. It should be looking like this. Okay? The both sides of our cardboard, and this is the edge. Okay? And the same thing with our octagon. The only reason why, like I told you, I'm showing you these two shapes is because these are the most used shapes when making flowers. Okay? And I keep repeating, you cut them up as big as you want depending on the size of flower you're making. I cut these up small just because this is just for samples for you guys to see. Okay? And also, oh, here's the piece that I told you was up. Let me glue it down. Okay. If there are any flowers that you guys would like any help on what shape or what size of template you want to use, you would like to purchase one from me, there's no problem. I will be more than happy to help you with that information. Okay, now before we put the covering in the back, we have to put the hanging piece. Okay, all right. Yes, I throw everything on the floor, but I promise you I pick everything up at the end of my videos. Okay, all right. Before we put the piece of paper on our backings to finish it off, if you want to hang the flower, we need to add something on here to hang up flowers, correct? Okay, so there's two things you can use. You can either use this wire, which they sell in any craft stores. They have this color, they have in copper, I think, and even green, if I'm not mistaken. I like this one. Is just, you know, very simple, easy to use for all the flowers. Okay, and they're very thin too, so they're easy to cut. Okay, also you can use any type of or basically size of paper clip you have. Right now I have these left over. Okay, if you don't have a wire, you can use a paper clip right here. Let me take one out. And then since we have done wiring before, if you've seen my other videos, let me do with the paper clip. This is what I do. With this one, I open it up. Okay. This. Okay. I open it up again. And open it up again. Basically just the whole thing. Just open it. Okay. I try to form a triangle. Okay. Just eyeball it, of course. So since this one is like this, okay, let me see so you can see better. Like this. I just bend this over, back again, and bend the bottom to make it look semi-triangle. Like this. See? Like a triangle. Looks like a triangle, right? Okay. This is a circle. This is what we're gonna do. I like to go ahead and put some glue on the paper clip. Okay, I put glue on the paper clip first. In the bottom, half of it, halfway, just like this. Okay, just half of the paper clip. Then I take it and flip it over, and the glue side down, I put it on the cardboard. Just press it down on the cardboard. Glue side down first, okay? Then I let it dry a little bit, and it should look like this. Since you're only putting down half of the paper clip that has the glue on it, it should look like this, okay? We had to leave a little bit in the top in order to be able to hang the flower, okay? Now I go ahead and put some on top of the paper clip as well. Basically, the paper clip is going to be in between the glue, okay? So it should look like this now. See? Glue on top of the paper clip, okay? So the paper clip is in between the glue. Once that part is done, now I go ahead and glue the backing to the back of the paper. I mean the cardboard, I'm sorry. So I go around, put glue on it, okay, especially on the edges, and then we put some on the top. Should look like this, okay. Now we put the covering that we cut out, same size, and just press down, okay. I press down on my hand with my fingers like this. I also flip it over and press down on the other way, okay. And if you see any type of overlapping, you may go ahead and just cut that off. And that's what I see here, so I'll go ahead and cut some off, okay. And this is usually the process that I do for all of my flowers. You know what the part that I'm going to use to glue my flowers on, that's the backing of my flowers. Like I said, a lot of people, they just go ahead and cut off a piece of paper and start gluing it on that and just use that to do their flowers. I personally don't like doing that just because I like something firm for my flowers to hang, okay? That's just me personally, okay? If it's something that's going to be used to just sit up, then fine. I don't, maybe, you know, I won't use this cardboard piece, but like I said, on everything, on all of my crafts, especially flowers, I do use the cardboard. So if you did everything correctly, you should have this finishing, okay, to start doing your flower. This one is the one with the paper clip, okay. Should look like this, see. And then this side, of course, is the side that you start putting all your petals on and forming your flower, okay. Okay, so we got that one done. Let's go ahead and finish up our octagon shape. They do use hexagon too, but right now we're doing the octagon. Octagon is usually used for the bigger flowers that start using 8 petals to make the pasting of the petals more even. That's why they use the octagon shape, okay. We're ready to put the edge on this one, and now we're going to put our covering, but we're also going to put our little strip to hang it, okay. This one we're going to use the wiring. Since I don't have a specific flower that I'm working on with this one right at the moment, let's just cut up a piece of the wire, not too big. This is how I do it. I take some out like this, and then I take the end. Depending on the size of flower that you're making, okay, you're going to just flip it over and make a loop like this, okay. Like I said, now depending on the size of flower, that's what you know, just eyeball it and just you measure what you think is going to be good for the flower you're making. Since we're not making any flower right now, I'm just going to make this size of loop, okay? You could use any scissors to cut this because this is a very fine or thin wire, or any clip, doesn't matter. Go ahead, just clip it off, okay? Like I said, this wiring you can find in any of your craft stores, okay? Now what I do is, once I have it off, clipped off or snipped off, or however you want to call it, see, like this, okay? Okay. Now what I do is, the bottom part, I twist it. That way it's all intertwined together, and I have something that I can glue on the cardboard. So that way I can hang my flower, okay? So if you do it correctly, it should look like this right now. Okay? This is the part that we're going to use, the twisted part, to glue on our cardboard. Okay? So let's go ahead and do that right now. Okay. This is the piece that, this is the piece that okay. So with this one though, we are going to first put the glue on the cardboard, okay? Remember the paper clip, we put the glue on the paper clip. Me personally, I like to, for this one, I like to put the glue on the cardboard, and then I literally poke the end, the twisted end, through the glue. I'm gonna show you. Little, do a squeeze on here. And I will have like a little ball of glue on my, you see it, see? You can see it there? All right. So now I'm going to take my wire, and I'm going to literally put the wire through the glue. Okay, do a little work at it in there. Just work the wire in there. And it should look like this in the glue. I don't know, you really can see it. There's that white part there. But just put it in the glue. Inside the glue, okay? And then I let it dry a little bit. Okay. Let it dry. Once the little pieces inside the glue, it's in there, and that way it won't come off. Okay. If you'd like, sometimes I do add a little bit more of the glue on top of it. Okay, especially where the wire is, the piece of the wire is. Okay, and now we will glue the back to our cardboard. So let's put glue around the edges. Okay. Put some across the way. And now we will put our piece on. Okay, so it should be looking like this right now. Okay. And I'll put a piece that we cut off on here. And like I say, I usually cut out a piece of the paper that I'm using for my flowers, so that way it can match. If you want to switch it up and put any other color, that's up to you, you know, just fine. But that's what I do. So sometimes what I do is, like, I flip it over and press down even more on it too from the other side. Okay, see, if there's anything over like this, sometimes I cut a little bit over, a little bit more, just because sometimes with the glue, like I tell you to press down on the strip when you're gluing it on the edge, because with the glue sometimes it could stay a little above than where it's supposed to be, and then that way if you have a little extra, it will cover that up. Okay, so now we'll just cut out the whatever is overlapping. This, of course, this part, you don't put the scissors, you don't lay the scissors on the cardboard. It's obviously sideways, so that way you can take off whatever is extra. bend the wire a little bit, take that out of the way. So I could cut here. Okay. Alright. So if you did it correctly, it should be looking like this, on that side like that, and then the back like this, and our edges like this. Okay? With our wire hanging. So right now we have this one with the paper clip and this one with the wire. Okay? Paper clip and wire. Also, if you don't want to hang the flower or whatever project and you just want to tape it or paste it on the wall, you can always just not add any of these two and just leave it without it and just use it like that. Okay? So these are the backings that the way I prepared my backings for my flowers. Okay, I hope this was helpful for you guys, and now you know what I like to do for all of my finishing touches on my flowers. Okay, well, hope you come back again for more project fun. If you would like to follow my page on Instagram to look at more of my work, you may. It's elite_creations_80. You can also follow me on my Facebook page, which is Elite Creations, and of course you can follow me here on my YouTube channel. Just subscribe, and just if you have any questions of anything that I do on here, you can always send me a message and I'll be more than happy to help you. Okay, have a great day. Thank you for watching.